Hello.
Welcome to Naughty or Nice. Hope you've had a lovely holiday season. It's been a while since I've seen all of your beautiful faces.
I
Us
mean, you
beautiful?
saw me like last week,
Well,
so
I host
hello.
specifically, and then, our audience in that kind of abstract way of seeing them.
No, I was saying the audience saw me last week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you meant you. Okay. Words are so good. We're so good at them. Um,
Uh,
do you want to explain how this stream is going to work, or would you like me to explain how this stream is going to work?
You know what, Amelia? I think you can explain this. You have a way of words, or
Thank you.
with words.
Amazing. So, for tonight's stream, we are going to bring you the naughty and nice list. Each of us has created a list of fictional characters, plus ourselves, and we are going to tell you which list they belong on and provide our justification. Uh,
oh.
and there will be discussion. So this entire group has to kind of come to some consensus. I will admit I have an advantage as I'm the one who gets to click where things go. So there is that level of tactical advantage. But any questions, friends? Or should we just get going?
I think we can go ahead and start.
Okay.
Hi, Julie.
We're gonna start with a personal favorite of
Mhm.
mine. We're starting with Loki. Uh,
Mm.
Here's the thing. Loki goes back and forth whether or not he's on the naughty or nice list. I would say most of the time on the naughty list. Very briefly in Thor Ragnarok and Endgame made it to the nice list. In the Loki TV series, I would argue he's on the nice list so far. Also, I love him. Anyone else have thoughts?
And
I
prayers,
mean,
bitch.
I do have some thoughts on Loki. Which Loki is this? This is Thor Ragnarok Loki?
Well, you're the one who picked the
This is
photo.
Thor Ragnarok Loki. I'm thought a Loki fan would know just by looking at a picture
I know
which
it's
movie
him.
this was from.
I'm so confused
I'm
about
gonna
what you're
call the
getting at.
fuck
You are the
up.
one who chose it to be Thor Ragnarok Loki, is what I am saying.
I actually just picked one at random.
Okay, but that
I
you still
think
made the choice, even if it was not an active decision.
I guess so. I would say that Thor Ragnarok Loki. Let me just run through what happened.
Okay,
Yeah, okay. Beginning Thor Ragnarok Loki, definitely naughty list.
right.
At the end, mm, nice list.
Okay, yeah, see,
Mm.
that's the thing. As with any good Christmas movie, I mean, A Christmas Carol, right? Scrooge starts out on the naughty list and then kind of makes his way to a slightly nicer list. So we're here
Yeah.
about character growth. I just want Loki to have nice things, which is why
Mm.
I am going to put him on the nice list.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh my
Okay.
god, this
I
I
is
feel
mean,
like
like,
a
I think
lot
the
happened.
Avengers, like the first movie, Loki, straight up naughty list. Straight up naughty
Mm.
list. Nothing saving him.
I mean, yeah, but have you considered that I love him?
Yes, and I don't care.
Hi ho, where are you at?
I will put naughty for self-cessed.
Yeah, god. That's fair.
Like,
Okay.
there are two Lokis that did it, you know what I mean? So they doubled
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Okay. I put him on the naughty list. Which brings us to our next victim. Okay. I notice it does a little flash thing every time I click, so note that for future. Milo from Avatar: The Last Airbender. This is what I'm gonna consider a hot take because as someone who hates Milo with as much as the rest of them for being so fucking annoying, he's literally a child and
Mhm.
hasn't actively done anything wrong. So I do think Milo gets to be on the nice list.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put Milo on the naughty list because I also dislike this child.
You dislike this child
And
greatly.
I dislike this child. And he threw away the food that you were going to use to survive. Straight up naughty. You can't recover from that.
Hi-ho, looks like you're the tiebreaker.
I've never seen Legend of Korra because I have trauma. So I'll look at this is a very interesting picture of this child.
Yeah.
He is fart bending at this moment in time.
This is a pretty
Naughty
on-brand
list.
picture, I would say.
Naughty list.
I wanted to capture his essence.
Naughty list. You're telling me that, listen, airbenders are powerful in the sense that they literally can take your breath away. If the last thing I ever breathed was farts, that's just straight foul. That's evil.
Noted. Okay, next one on the list is all three princesses in the Princess Switch. Now, this is hard.
What? You saw the third one without me? Wow.
I know. I'm sorry, but I've also seen the third one like 4 times by now.
Wow, you saw without me 4 times?
I'm so
4
sorry.
separate times.
Way I know you're not actually sorry.
I am not sorry at all.
The fact that you had 4 opportunities to be like, wow, I could be watching this with hi-ho as well. And each time you said, fuck that bitch specifically. I'm going to remember that.
Okay.
I mean, I have not seen a single Princess Switch movie. I'm pretty dedicated to the classic holiday movies. So I don't know who any of these girls are.
Okay, so
I know they are all Vanessa Hudgens.
They are all Vanessa Hudgens in a very real sense. So here's the deal. Fiona, naughty list second movie, made her way to the nice list in the third movie just by virtue of learning from her past mistakes and getting a hot boyfriend. Okay. Stacy, back and forth, naughty or nice based on how much she's annoying me. I'm going to say Margaret deserves to be on the naughty list for no reason other than the fact that her doubled relationship when they had switched in the first movie, when the princesses did their switch, I think that, like, I don't think we talk enough about the fact that for Stacy pretending to be Margaret, she was just flirting with some guy who like only knew Margaret in like 2 separate meetings. But for Margaret, flirting with Stacy's best friend who they'd known since high school, like that, too problematic. I'm putting her on the naughty list, and I kind of think every time they switched, it was just unnecessarily more complicated than it needed to be. And I also don't understand why they had to keep it a secret from half of their SOs half of the time.
Okay, I mean, you've convinced me. I believe every word. I disagree with you.
Amazing. Okay. Throwing that over there. The next is a Critical Role character that literally no one else is going to recognize except for me and maybe some of our viewers. The one, the only, the Essek Thalis. I love this man. Yeah, the movie is absolutely a mess. It's 3 movies. One where, spoilers, 2 princesses switch, and then 3 princesses switch, princess switch, switched again, and then I forget what the third one is called, but they're just switching it up. Okay. No one knows Essek Thalis except for me. He is my favorite little war criminal. He betray his entire country in order to learn more about some cool magic stuff? Yeah. Did he torture and murder people in ways that would probably violate the Geneva Convention? Yes. Yeah. But he feels bad about it.
Naughty list.
And he learned from his mistakes and
Naughty
grew
list.
as a person. And
Naughty
he's
list.
dating Caleb. That's so weird. So nice list?
Naughty list.
So the nice list is
naughty
where he's
list.
going.
He's definitely going on the naughty list.
Hi Ho, what are your thoughts?
He's a man.
Only
not
technically. No, Listen, you just don't know him like I do.
You can't listen. We have
Amelia,
to draw the line at war criminals.
The council has spoken.
Oh my god, are they technically war crimes if they're not happening in a world where the Geneva Convention has explicitly ratified war crimes?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure, like, Ali is like absolutely not.
Crimes.
Absolutely not. I don't think you're really making a case for him.
Okay. Do you think all of his victims would look him in the eye and be like, I forgive you immediately?
The thing about the naughty and nice list is that it's not about forgiveness. It's about he should get a present in his stocking.
Do you think Santa
is famous for redemption and second chances? He's learned the true meaning of Christmas. If the Grinch can learn the true meaning of Christmas, so can Essex.
Yeah, but that's because
I just really like how Amelia has only chosen people that very clearly belong on the naughty list.
There is no nuance. You're correct.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
But he's paying for his crime. Well, not literally paying for his crimes because he's not going to. He's just living life on the run and having very hot, sexy affairs with the redheaded wizard man.
He has no consequences. All I'm saying is that there are probably more people wishing that man gets coal in his stocking.
I would argue that a lot of the people who he wronged probably don't know who he is. Because he was working as the shadow hand, like a covert government people, so they don't know. They're just like, wow, I'm so annoyed that... And you know, who's to say that the dynasty should have access to all the beacon? Yeah?
Amelia? You're not making a case for this man. He's on the naughty list. I think you should face the music. In the spirit of Christmas, we are not going to burn him at the stake, so we will put him on the naughty list.
Okay. Fine. Rude. Next one is another controversial opinion. So,
oh my god.
We've established that war criminals who don't pay for their crimes go on the naughty list, yes? Is that what you're telling me after Essex?
No. I said Essex should go on the naughty list for a long list of reasons.
Like mostly the war crimes, right?
No, I think it was really the whole, like, selling out his country just to learn magic and then just running away.
Okay. I feel like I did not properly convey
you know what? Amelia, we're not spending any more time on this war criminal.
Speaking of war criminals, Uncle Iroh belongs on the naughty list.
Uncle Iroh did go to prison.
He got put in prison for a completely unrelated reason.
Completely unrelated.
Or why he should have gone to prison.
It's the same as Al Capone. He got caught for tax fraud. Still went to prison.
Still gets coal.
I actually do agree that Uncle Iroh should go on the naughty list. That is a controversial opinion.
I think Uncle Iroh goes
Sorry, go ahead.
On the nice list because did he go to prison? Eventually, yes. And then did he help the Avatar?
Essex literally helped save the entire world.
You did not say that at any point before we put him on the naughty list.
No, like he had some. Why do you think he's fucking the hot wizard main character?
You literally left out so much important information that would have maybe put him on the night. You didn't say he saved the world. You just said he was having sex and fucking off and on the run.
He was fucking off and having sex after he saved the world.
You left out the most important part of that, and that is not on us. That's entirely on you.
Can I move him to the nice list?
No, it's too late. You doomed him.
Iroh's going to the naughty list.
Iroh should go on the nice list, I think.
You just like him.
I think it's because he had he's the reason Zuko got a redemption arc.
Was creeping on June as well.
But he also was cool with Toph, and I love an accessible king.
No, you do not get to be creepy to young women and then nice to different blind young women and that cancel out.
Honestly, the reason why I think Uncle Iroh should go on the naughty list is because he did so many war crimes, then rebranded himself as like the nice, sweet uncle that drinks tea, and we just forgot that he was a war criminal.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay.
Also, I think it's also because his story with his son, that shit did make me cry.
I mean,
I've never once cried during Leaves on the Vine.
It's sad. It did make me very sad. However, he is directly responsible for his son's death, and feeling bad about that just means he's not a monster. Still on the naughty list.
Naughty list. Judgment.
June, what Iroh thought about June is what we are all thinking about June. I will admit to that.
Yeah, there's difference between thinking someone's hot and sexually harassing them, though.
No, I'm just agreeing. I'm just letting, like, Choco Dyke doesn't know who June is.
Gotcha,
and I was like, Iroh was just the terrible manifestation of everyone's dark thoughts about June.
Okay. So Iroh's on the naughty list.
That is correct.
As the majority has dictated. Next is another controversial opinion. Which all of mine are controversial opinions because I just think Morgana deserves a break. Morgana from BBC Merlin specifically. All of the bad shit she did was because people kept fucking her over. And Merlin, who was doing the exact same shit, wandering around with magic all the time, doing whatever he goddamn please, watching Morgana suffer because she had the misfortune of accidentally letting people know that she had magic powers beforehand. I think she just deserves to have something nice in her life.
You know what? I agree with you.
The way also, it's kind of sad that you have given us nothing but naughty bitches.
Do you know Morgana?
Who are you talking to?
Hi ho, to you.
Why?
Have you seen the show? I haven't seen the show. That's why.
I thought you just asked me if I knew Morgana. I was like, are you?
No. I mean, do you know her from the show?
As in, Merlin? Oh my god, can you put in a good word for me?
No. No, I meant have you seen the show? Do you know her from the show, or are you just going off of vibes from me, like me?
I have consumed Merlin media, and to the extent Amelia has, no, I have not. Mm-hmm. Do I? Every time I look of her, just think of Supergirl, and that also gives me conflicting feelings. Yes. Mm-hmm. I just think the fact that good for her.
I like her dress and her necklace, so I think she should go on the nice list.
She could be on the nice list. Should she be? Not particularly, but good for her.
I mean, yeah, I would argue she probably. I haven't watched the most recent episodes of Supergirl, but she probably deserves to be on there. Maybe a little bit less than Lena Luthor.
Yeah, it's.
But.
I just feel like maybe at least one of your people should get it on the nice list, and this is the one who's
hottest,
probably completed the least amount of war crimes.
I'm just not gonna say anything else so she can stay on the nice list.
I think it's really funny that you think she's committed the least amount of war crimes when there's a literal child on the naughty list.
Milo knows what he's done.
He knows what he's done.
Heart bending is cruel and unusual punishment.
That is correct.
Okay.
So that's a war crime. It's noxious fumes. It's pink eye.
Yeah. Okay. So next. This is Wabawink from Centaur World. If you haven't watched Centaur World seasons 1 or 2, I highly recommend you check it out. I have no idea who the target demographic for this show is. The entire show is just a fever dream. No one at any point in production said no to anyone's ideas. That being said, I hate Wamawink for no reason, except that she's the worst, and she deserves to be on the naughty list more than anyone else so far.
I'm so glad you said that, because the vibes are atrocious, and I hate her on sight.
Yeah, she's an alpaca.
Really? I got such great vibes. She's a bright pink. Look at how cute she is. She has a rainbow over her head.
So fucking
It's
annoying.
because
Is she like a lamb centaur? Is that how it works?
I think she's an alpacatar.
An alpacatar.
Yeah, like an alpaca centaur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is from Centaur World Chocolate.
I'm gonna say nice list for aesthetic alone.
No, it's because I couldn't tell whether her nose was a mouth or her mouth was a nose. So if she was going ooh or just going,
I thought she's
for that alone.
Yeah,
I hate this bitch. I'm glad because I thought the vibes were atrocious.
Oh my god, I'm having such a hard time moving things. This is what I get for grouping everything. Okay. Next, I feel like this one is actually going to be non-controversial.
Okay.
Venom should be on the nice list. What has he done wrong?
Nothing.
You know what? I'm going to say nice list. I'm going to say nice list because I feel like in terms of who is more naughty, Milo versus Venom, it's very clearly Milo.
Right.
But they don't belong on the same list.
They don't.
Nice. The way Morgana is looking at us from the nice list, being like, I shouldn't be here, but I got here anyway. And I want it to be known that we know.
I think Womawink deserves to be on the nice list.
Womawink does not. Womawink is so fucking annoying, and if you can watch all of Centaur World and then get back to me.
Okay.
I'm begging.
That's fair.
I like how Momo got homework. I don't get homework.
You should also watch Centaur World, but I
told you I don't get homework.
Okay. Okay, this next one is a twofer because they're from the same show.
Mm-hmm.
This is Elfo and Lucy. Elfo is an elf, ? We know he's not full elf. I think he might be part troll or part, like, giant or something. It's really unclear. Who goes and joins the protagonist, Tia Beanie, also known as Bean, in the show Disenchantment. Lucifer, also known as Lucy, is a literal demon that is sent to help corrupt Bean. So, I don't know, because of some evil destiny. Have either of you guys seen Disenchantment?
I have seen the first episode.
Okay. In this essay, I will establish why Elfo should be on the naughty list and Lucy should be on the nice list. And that essay is because it is correct. Lucy's not that bad. Elfo's fucking annoying and a little bit of an incel and also just kind of the worst. And Lucy just kind of does his job well, and arguably he's done a lot to actually save Bean and genuinely cares for her and well, I don't know if you guys want spoilers. You care about spoilers?
Don't spoil it.
I only watched the first episode for a reason. It didn't vibe with me.
Don't spoil it.
I won't spoil it. But Lucy deserves to be on the nice list, and Elfo deserves to go in hell and stay there.
All I know is that, like, whenever people put, like, demons on the naughty list, I'm like, were they doing their job? Did you listen? Did you read the fine print? And, like, the thing is about that, like, I'm making a very overreaching statement, but that dude, Sean, who reads the terms and conditions so we don't have to, he's the only nigga who does it.
Yeah.
He's the only reason why, like, he wouldn't get whatever the fuck with Lucy. Also, I'm a monster fucker, and Lucy does it for me. Elfo looks like he's gonna give a bitch crabs at the minimum.
You're absolutely correct. I think Elfo very much would give a bitch crabs. Okay, and then last but not least, this is just the most recent picture of myself, so it's not like a great one, but it is there. Me.
Yeah, naughty list.
For what? What did I do?
You watched the Princess Switch 4 times and not a single time with me.
I think I should be on the nice
I understand
list.
why Hi-Ho says that. However, Amelia has spent an ungodly amount of time helping me plan the Winx Club inspired TTRPG campaign that is to be aired on Lark Network coming March 2022. Shameless plug right there. So I can't put them on the naughty list. I'm putting you on the nice list, Amelia.
Chocolate
now it's at the chat
I
since
give
it's
off
like
Regina Mills vibes. Thank you for telling me I'm a MILF. Like,
so therefore you're on the naughty list.
Naughty list.
I will watch the Princess Switch and also all of the Christmas Prince series with you. Hi ho. I am happy to watch it again. I just got high at a bachelorette party. What was it? Well, it was not a bachelorette party, but it was before a wedding. I don't know what else I was supposed to do.
I just feel neglected, actually.
Weddings, am I right?
I apologize. It was not my intention to hurt you. And I know this now, and I will...
Are you apologizing so you get on the nice list, or you're actually sorry?
No, I am actually sorry. I'm putting myself on the nice list either way, but I am actually sorry. And I will make sure in the future that when another Netflix-based... Well, whenever Vanessa Hudgens rolls out the Princess Switch 4... for Princess 4 Switch, I will make sure to watch it with you specifically before watching it myself. Yeah. But also, it has been out for like over a month or almost a month.
Yeah, and you never texted me.
I just watched it. I got too excited, and I apologize for that. And I will keep this in mind going forward. But that's all of mine. Who's going next?
I did say alphabet LMNOP.
What? You're next.
Maybe. Oh, you're going by hi-ho. You sly dog.
Well, yeah, we went assumed. by... Oh, wait, Mills still comes before... Yeah, we went by Mills instead of Amelia. Oh, yeah, okay. I have you written as hi-ho in here, though. But anyways, hi-ho, you have your list, right?
Apparently. Allegedly.
If you just know who you want to start out with, I can click on that, or I can just tell you who's on the screen, unless you're watching.
You can tell me. I am watching the stream, so you could, whatever.
Let's start.
I vaguely didn't understand the rules, so I just picked some people.
Amazing. Let's just start at the very beginning with Animal.
Animal is my favorite Muppet. He's a complicated man. His simplicity is what makes him so complex, because his drive to just vibe crashes against the oppressive, heteronormative, capitalist society that we're all thrust under. Animal is id. He is desire, and he moves forward and brings forth nothing but bangers while banging on the drum. In this essay, I will discuss how he deserves to be on the nice list.
Listen, there's absolutely no opposition for me. Animal has never done anything wrong in their life as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, I was never a fan of the Muppets, so I'll just go with what everyone else is saying.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Okay. Next up is gonna be Schmidt from New Girl.
Schmidt is what we would call a complicated man.
Also, he is Jewish. Like, I think that's an important thing. That he's Jewish.
He is Jewish. He is Jewish.
I love how the way you said it made it sound like he's complicated because he's Jewish. Like, he's a complicated man because he...
Well, I just meant that we're putting him on the Santa list, but he's Jewish.
Yeah.
Like this is in the most secular way possible. Even if he was not Jewish, he is Jewish. If he wasn't Jewish, this really doesn't change anything. This man's going on the naughty list.
Listen, okay, so like Animal, Schmidt is a catalyst that, due to the oppressive nature of the world that he is living in, has caused him to fracture and make choices that under different circumstances he probably would not have. Did fat phobia set him on a path of self-deprecation and misunderstanding of social cues? Yes. Did fat phobia cause him to be bullied and have a different sense of right and wrong because the only people who treated him right were also assholes? Yes. Did he live with Mick Miller, who arguably makes everyone around him worse before they could possibly get better? Yes. Does he have a heart of gold? Also, yes.
That was lovely. He's going on the naughty list.
He is such a smart man. Did he not bankroll his entire loft? Did he just have specific tastes when it came to furniture? He just liked, nice things. And I just want to say, he gave us the classic, a white man. No. What did security do about it? Nothing. Typical. Schmidt also genuinely loved Cece and wanted to marry her the entire time. And
chat.
That's just good taste.
White man number 5 is
I'm just saying, he had a lot of opinions, but he had a heart of gold.
He had so many bad opinions. So many.
Momo, so do you, and we love you regardless.
I think Schmidt should go on the naughty list, specifically for cheating on Cece with Elizabeth and leading them both on when he knew he wanted to be with Cece.
Listen, sometimes people are a little polyamorous and they're messy about it.
You can't be polyamorous and just not let the other people you're dating know you're polyamorous.
Cheating on them and say that they're bad at being polyamorous.
That's why I'm saying they don't understand that they are polyamorous. The amount of people who are just like, hey, you can have multiple relationships if you communicate.
He specifically went out of his way to not communicate that.
Taco Dyke asks if Elizabeth was white.
Yes.
Elizabeth was white, but in Schmidt's defense, Elizabeth loved Schmidt when he was fat. And so she was trying to make him less of a douchebag, and he fell back into old habits. So she was better than an average white person. Okay. Yes.
And he played her. He played the average more average? What? Better than the average white woman. And he played her. Naughty list.
Okay.
I just think he also supported Cece through everything. And we all love Cece, yes. But that woman was a fucking menace.
Do we not remember when she was like, I want to get a breast reduction, and he had a hissy fit because she wanted a breast reduction? Naughty list.
I'm a liar makes a good point. I don't like how his coat is the same color as his shirt.
That's fair. That's on Momo for picking that picture. But also, he supported Cece through the 5K. He supported Cece to go back to school. And, fuck gender roles, he was a stay-at-home dad. And a really good one at that. The Binders, love it.
Naughty list. Okay, so now it's Schmidt's judgment day.
Yeah, so I'm very clearly the deal breaker here, as I've been going back and forth this entire time. And the only place I feel comfortable putting Schmidt is slightly to the right of the naughty list. Again, as the one canonically Jewish character here, I feel like we can't just put him on the naughty list.
He is Jewish. That's the other thing. And also, Schmidt is so nice because his first name is Winston, and he let Winston have Winston. He put people of color first, and that's really important.
So
because he has a black friend, he should go on the nice list.
Black
he
friends.
has two. He has two black friends.
He has at least. And how many does Nick Miller have?
The same two.
The same two. But also he had this weird racist relationship with this old Asian man, which Schmidt did not have.
Okay.
I'm
putting the final ruling. He is just to the right of the naughty list.
Very far away from the nice list. Like, he doesn't deserve to be on the nice list.
Well, it can't be in the center. So that's where he's at. Yeah. Next is Maleficent.
I love Wonder Woman.
I like her. She has great vibes.
Yeah, like, I mean, the Maleficent movie Maleficent is way better than the, like, Snow White movie Maleficent, I will say, who just was, like, saw a 14-year-old and was like, it's on site. Well, saw a baby and was like, it's on site. So, like,
I said Angelina Jolie Maleficent specifically.
Yeah.
And also, Maleficent is one of my favorite live action adaptations because her story, the sequel specifically, was bitch against bitch.
I'm sorry. I was listening, but I did not process that sentence. Bitch against bitch. Oh, the sequel. Okay, I'm back here.
Yeah.
I also did not see either of the movies, but I do like Angelina Jolie because she plays Thena, and I love Thena.
All I'm saying is that when there are girl empowerment movies like Captain Marvel and the big bad is a man, and you're like, we get it, girl power, whatever. But Maleficent 2, it was Maleficent versus her future, like the other mother-in-law. And it was bitch 1 against bad bitch 2. Out of the bad bitches.
Yeah.
And I love Wonder Woman.
I also love Wonder Woman. She can stay. We have... Yeah, she can
nice list.
Your white woman on the nice list. Okay, this next person, I have no idea who she is, but I don't trust her. Her name is Charlotte.
I don't like her.
I don't like her vibes. They're awful.
She has terrible vibes.
So Charlotte and her 5 disciples is one of my favorite new webtoons.
She's a cult leader.
Let me finish. So
it's
Charlotte is a mage. And she was a powerful archmage. She was the most powerful one. She learned a lot of new magic, and she defeated the calamity demons. And she was just like, yeah, I got a curse trying to save the world. And they're like, maybe we should pause. And she was like, listen, magic comes from our will, and it's to make the world we want to see happen. And I want world peace. So if I die fighting this calamity demon, I'ma die. She didn't die. She defeated the calamity demon. And the demon did say, I will come back for you. There's no way you can separate yourself from me, which I am excited for that to come back as a plot point. And so she was like, cool. I'm kind of done now. And her old master was like, yeah, so you're super powerful, right? Yeah. Other people aren't as powerful as you. So when you do die, no one can do what you did. So you need to teach some bitches. And she was like, that makes sense. All right. So she got 5 disciples, and then she lives to like 122. And she's like, I'm old as dirt. I've done a lot of living. I'm ready to die. I wrote my will and testament. I'll send off to my disciples. I have a nice little coffin ready to go. And when I die, my mana's going to go back to the earth and strengthen the world. Yes, Amelia?
Is she 122 and looks like that?
What?
Does she look like that when she's like 100 plus years old?
Yes, because she has magic and she got cursed to like freeze her body. So she ages on the inside, but not the outside. Mm-hmm. And she's just like, this is fucking stupid because people don't respect me and I'm old as shit.
Okay. So she just happens to get cursed to look like a beautiful young woman for the rest of her life.
Well, she also vomits blood a couple times. So like...
Okay, so she's just, like, really sexy. Like...
Yeah, she's just a hot lady. And then so she goes to die, and then she's like, dang, I did a lot of work. I learned so many things. My disciples, they're time for them to be independent. I'm really excited, Listen, she got 5 and they could teach more. She was like, I'm not gonna start a school. She still had her own hobbies. But and then so when she died, she was like, man, my only regret is that like I lived to save the world and then I lived to teach my magic. I never really lived for myself. I kind of wish I fell in love, whatever. And unfortunately, the world heard her and she just turned into a child with no magic. And she was like, fuck me. And so she goes out and she's like, I'm just going to let everyone think I died. And I'm just going to like fuck off and try and find love. And unfortunately for her 5 disciples were like, our master is dead. We're not gonna believe that. So we're gonna go off the deep end a little bit, which is kind of putting her towards naughty list. She goes to her best friend and was like, hey, Duke, can you give me a new identity so I can live a new life? And he's like, what's your goal? And she's like, to find love or whatever. And he's like, oh, word? What about me? And she's stupid and he's not being blunt enough. So unfortunately, this man's just pining for her.
So wait, so obviously the best friend didn't age. So
the best friend also isn't aging. They're both just like he's just a hot dude.
So he's also a hot 122-year-old. Is there a reason why he didn't age, or
I didn't get that far? I don't know.
It's just like because if he's like 122 and looks at it and he's just like, yeah, I'm attracted to this child. Yeah. Gross.
He was into her before she regressed into a child.
These vibes are not getting better. The vibes are not getting better.
I still don't like it.
They were
Where's
the same
him? Age. Can we have a picture of him to put on the naughty list?
Like, he didn't hit on her when she was a child. He waited until she, like, aged back.
Oh, so he waited for her to become legal. I don't like these vibes. She was already
legal when he was into her. And then he was like,
I don't know about it. These vibes aren't great.
Listen. He didn't hit on her when she was a child. Like, he just was like... He was like, wait, you wanted to kill yourself? And she was like, yeah, I thought it was time to die. And he was like, I would have died with you. The fuck? Like, what? You were just going to leave me alone with all these hoes?
You know what? I think we can...
ramen noodles,
We can put her, I guess, on the nice list. She hasn't done anything objectively wrong. But her best friend, straight naughty list. Naughty list.
To be fair to him, he... was the same age as her and liked her, and then she regressed a child, and he was like, I'm sorry, you wanted to date someone and I was here the entire fucking time, whatever. And then she just goes off and he's like, I got you this new identity, live your life, I'll clean up your fucking mess. And then she comes back when she's in her 20s again, and he's just like, and he's like, did you find anyone? He's like, yeah, everyone who's technically my age looks like a child to me. He's like, really? You didn't think that shit through, dumbass? And she's like, yeah,
I still am feeling like she hasn't done anything actually wrong, so she can go in the nice list.
Well, it's just that all of her disciples are kind of having a breakdown, and one of them almost started a world war.
She should have been a better teacher.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, my students need to be more independent. And he was just like, you're such a dumbass, but I'm going to support you, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I don't know. Okay, an objective question is, did she train them well? I guess. But she did not at all prepare them to be actually independent. And she just was just like, now be independent. And didn't explain what she was doing.
She just said, I'm dead now. And here's my last will. You guys should just, become emotionally mature and grow and live for yourself. And they're all like, there's no therapy in Fantasyland, so we're gonna go off the deep end.
Chat, where do you think that this ageless adult child should go?
She literally she didn't go back to being a child. She turned into like 14. So she was a teen. think. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think can we put her to the left of the nice list?
Yeah, she has a lot of consequences that are leading to unfortunate events. Like one of her disciples wanted to find her so bad that he may have brought the Calamity Demon back from the dead.
I also feel like if her whole thing was like,
to the left of the nice list.
Yeah. Because if her whole thing was like, you're so powerful that we need you to teach people so that way when you die, they can take care of shit, and then as soon as she dies, they just go off the fucking deep end. It's like, you had one job, my girl. One job. So she's going left just to the left of the nice list. Next is this guy named Ian. I like the blue suit. I like the teal suit. I'm not gonna lie.
I like the suit.
Okay. So, choices, stories you play.
Is this one of those games?
This is like one of these like otome dating games, kind of?
No. So
like choices, stories, right?
Choices, stories you play is a visual novel game set. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yes. He is from Choices. He is from Queen Bee. So there are a bunch of different books. I've been playing it since like basically the beginning. I've watched it grow. I am a VIP player. Anyway, Queen Bee, you create your own character. As like you create the MC and you're playing through the story. Mm-hmm. I usually just do a self-insert because like I'm playing romance novels. I'm obviously doing for myself. Oh, Zoe's so cool. And listen, Ian is a professor. He's an anthropology professor. He is a love interest. You don't have to romance him. Did I like a whore? Obviously I did. Is he literally your professor and you're his TA? Yes.
Oh no.
No. Position of power. Don't like that.
But to be fair,
unfortunately, hi-ho, you have sold me on putting him on the nice.
Yes. See, the thing is, he's so supportive, and he is just like, I just want to protect you. And in the second game, there's a lot of drama, and he's like, technically, so Queen Bee is a mess in a beautiful way, where it's like Gossip Girl, but in college. So there's this thing called the tea, where people spill the tea on people, and you're trying to like be the top bitch on campus. And unfortunately, you might make a couple enemies. And unfortunately, those enemies may get him fired. To be fair, spoiler alert. So mute until I, finish.
No, Choco Dive, we need the opposite of that.
This bitch that was his friend who was secretly in love with him, take some blackmail pictures of you and him kissing in a McDonald's and send it to the dean and get him fired so that he could get hired at her job so she could steal your man away from you because she put an application at her job under his name and got him hired, or got him close enough to get hired without his knowledge, and then got him fired so he would be forced to take that job. Maybe.
That's wild. So what I'm hearing is
did she get that ammo because there's a bitch trying to take you down and they teamed up together? Also, maybe.
I love this.
A lot of layers.
This is great.
A lot of layers.
See, I don't like student and high school teacher. That's really gross. But adult student and adult professor is okay with me.
Poppy did not want the professor. Poppy just wanted your downfall. Poppy is what we think being lesbian. Zoe was just in her lane. She wanted you. She wanted you to be either her best friend or to be her lover. I unfortunately did not romance Zoe because I didn't want to sleep with my roommate.
Yeah.
Messy.
But Zoe is a hot black woman. This professor specifically is a hot Asian man. You get to choose the face of your MC, so usually there's like at least 3 or 4 choices. I chose the Asian man. I thought he was the hottest version. Also, Ian could also be Ina. So those who want to be hot lesbians, this is one of those books where you get to choose the gender and the look of your love interest. So it's really hard for me.
Is it free?
Him. Yes, it's free.
Oh, cool.
Interesting.
Yes.
This has been an unfortunate free ad for choices you make.
Saying, like, of all the LIs, is it a little morally gray that you're fucking a professor? Yeah. Is it hot? Is he hot? Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, he seems like a nice enough guy. I like this dude.
I'm fine with putting him on the nice list. That one bitch needs to go on the naughty list, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the one who did that, so there was a moment, there are premium choices and choices, so, like, you can use diamonds that you get. You do get a good amount of diamonds, because you get 4 diamonds for every chapter you complete, blah, blah, blah. I picked the premium choice, and where you get to live stream you exposing her to get her fired as like retribution.
Amazing.
And yeah, because you're just like, oh, you did this, we're gonna live stream it so that like everyone knows that you did this, and you embarrass your job so much that obviously you get fired.
I thought you were gonna say you could pay to just beat her ass, and I would do that. I would pay to beat her ass.
There are a couple books where you can pay to beat bitch's ass. There was one where I literally threw a drink in a bitch's face and called her a whore. It was pretty great. Anyway, so
nice list, Professor Ian.
Nice list. Anyway,
I'm just like, he did say that if the world was ending and the only way to make sure humanity could continue is that us to have any form of relationship again, I would just say goodbye and watch the world crumble. And I was like, that's pretty hot.
No face.
No face is just sexy.
This is something you feel so strongly that I do not relate to at all. But also,
you're alone there, my friend. You're alone there.
I mean, No Face hasn't done anything to get on the naughty list, in my opinion. They're kind of fine.
Just likes to knit, give bitches gold, on hot tubs. Sometimes you go in a rampage. Who doesn't?
Yeah. So we can thank you for that comment about No Face's tongue. We'll put No Face on the nice list. That's fine.
Yeah, nice.
They earned it.
Okay, but yeah, the way he ate that plate, yeah, you know.
All right.
That nigga on the night list, you know he eat pussy.
Thank you for lurking. I have no idea who this motherfucker is. Fred from Courage? I don't remember them.
Oh my god. Stop. Naughty list. I
don't remember who this is.
Naughty list.
The vibes are atrocious, so yeah. Look.
Awful vibes.
Listen. All I'm saying, is Fred naughty, or is this an example of the failing of the mental health system in America?
Knowing nothing about Fred except for this picture, remembering literally no context in which he appeared on the show, I'm going to say he's on the naughty list.
Naughty list. All right, moving forward. Next one. Naughty list.
Only need 2 out of 3. Okay, this one I feel so strongly in the opposite direction. Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
I agree.
Nice list.
I love Dr. Doof.
He's a great father, and as we all know, Perry the Platypus is black, and Doofenshmirtz has never once racially profiled a platypus.
That is true.
Even when he more than likely should have. Every platypus he saw was a platypus until proven otherwise. And that alone puts him on the nice list. But on top of that, he is an amazing father who breaks generational curses.
That is true.
Can we all do our best Dr. Doof impression?
No.
I have none in me.
Please?
If you go first.
Okay. A platypus? the platypus.
Well, if it isn't Perry the platypus.
If I got a nickel for every time that happened, I'd have 2 nickels. But it's weird that it happened twice, right?
That was like pretty good. I think you were pretty good at those impressions.
Wow.
Nice was for Dr. Do.
I love the way you lie to me.
Next, someone else I don't recognize. Diablo Volpier?
I don't know who this person is. I don't like their vibes, though.
I don't like the vibes. And knowing what I know about the sort of characters Hi-Ho likes, I don't think they're gonna convince me.
And I think we should just preemptively put them on the naughty list.
I'm getting ready.
Like, naughty until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so Diablo.
Literally, who is he pointing at?
Like, who is he pointing at? Like, does he want to go? We can go.
So what had happened is that 66,666 years ago, he was a powerful dark mage, and he was trying to fight God.
As you do.
Gods. And the gods unfortunately won and, doomed him to like internal prison where he was going to lose his mind. And he was in there for 66,666 years. He broke out, right? And it's just like, all right, I've been reincarnated. I'm now this kid. I'm gonna fight these gods. And at first you're like, dude, your name's Diablo. You practice dark magic. This is kind of bad. But then you find out the gods are pretty fucked up. Like, they take kids from orphanages and turn them into chimeras. Fucked up.
Oh,
and he's just like, there's like, these gods are selfish. You demand all these people pray to you and do all this stuff, and then you treat them like fucking toys and playthings. And also, you killed my girlfriend because she loved me and you didn't like me. So obviously, I'm gonna kill yes, Momo.
Is he aware that they're turning people and like children into chimeras?
He knows that they do bad things. He didn't know that it was specifically orphans into chimeras, but as soon as he like found out, he was like, yeah, that tracks.
Okay, because I'm just like wanting to fight the gods for reasons other than that, and that's just like happens to be a thing they're also doing. It's very different from like, I'm fighting these gods because I know they're doing bad shit. Not like accidentally doing the right thing.
He didn't like the gods before, like 66,000 years ago, and he was just like, you guys are pieces of shit, and you're like, and I'm gonna fight you because you guys don't deserve it, and I can do it. And they're like, LOL, we got you, bitch. And now he's like, all right, maybe I was a little ahead of myself, but now I got it. And also, none of them are white because it is a Korean manhwa. So, same with Charlotte. Charlotte is also not white. They're all Korean.
I feel like the person who wants to fight God can be on the nice list. That seems right.
All right.
Does he have a little bit of a necromancy power? Yes. But he's only used it twice. And the people kind of deserved it because they were, kidnappers. So like, oof.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Next is Hi-Ho. May I first say, what a phenomenal picture this is. The energy here is immaculate.
Thank you.
I'm saying we should put Hi-Ho on the nice list because they forgave me for watching The Princess Switch without them several times.
Wait, where'd your picture go, Amelia? I can't find you on the board.
I'm on the nice list. It's the one that
there
looks
you are.
kind of like Roxanne Gay, but not like Roxanne Gay
I
at all.
see you. I see you. You did look like an animated character for a hot second.
It's just my bubbly personality. So.
Okay. Oh, nice list. I forgot I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I was like, do I have to defend myself? All I can say is that I'm a whore.
And
I mean, if you want to be placed on the naughty list, that's all up to you.
I have no strong feelings.
This is
I don't
sex positive zone, so.
Yeah. I didn't know. Yeah, you guys are the ones judging me. To be fair, only Judy and God can judge me, but
yeah.
For now.
All right, and that brings us over to Momo. Now, would you like to pick the order you go in, or just have me randomly choose?
Having you randomly choose is fine with me.
Okay. Let's start with this person. I'm not quite sure where the last name and I just ran it all together, so.
This is Sugurugeto from Jujutsu Kaisen. So a bit about him is that he was a jujutsu like sorcerer, but he left after an incident. I'm trying to like have this be as spoiler free as possible. His power is that essentially he like eats curses as a way to fight them. It's hard to explain.
He does look like he killed a child. That's correct.
He actually has not killed a child.
Wow.
In his backstory, he actually goes to this village, and they were keeping these two little girls in a cage, like in a cellar. And he freed the little girls, adopted them as his own children, and killed everyone in the village for keeping them hostage. They were like little girls, like maybe 5 years old. And I'm just like, wow, how nice of him. And like, he might have probably like the jujutsu equivalent of racism against sorcerers or against humans. Arguably, maybe. But he's also a girl dad. So for that alone, and he's hot, so he should go on the nice list.
I feel so aggressively neutral about this man. So he can go on the nice list.
Yay!
Hi, do you have any thoughts?
He is sexy.
He's so sexy.
He does bad things though, but
he's a girl dad.
Way you're saying girl dad like girl boss, like the way the vibes of the way you're saying it makes me want to probably put him on the naughty list, but he can go on the nice list. It's just
like maybe just a bit of homicide, but like
who doesn't?
People do homicide sometimes. That doesn't make them bad people. It means they did a bad thing.
Goes on the naughty
you
list,
might be a bad guy, but that doesn't mean you're a bad guy.
Yeah. This next person, who I firmly believe should go on the naughty list, is none other than Quentin Coldwater. Motherfucker's so annoying.
All right, so Quentin Coldwater, there was a time in season 1 where he essentially wanted to punish his best friend for not having a crush on him the way he had a crush on her.
Yeah.
And despite all the things he did between like that happening and his passing, he should still go on the naughty list. Yeah. I really don't care.
Being dead doesn't make him a better person. So absolutely. There's no question here. That was, white man number 6. No, thank you. I don't know who this fucker is. Heimerdinger?
He is from Arcane.
Oh.
And he's a professor of science, and he's also on the council. He's like hundreds of years old.
Yeah, he looks like he would call people gnomish slurs, and they wouldn't understand because they don't speak his language.
He's so tiny and adorable. He's so cute. Look at his mustache, and he's fluffy and furry.
The way you're speaking about this man who probably deserves to be on the naughty list reminds me of how easily...
Can I finish? Can I say what I have to say?
I'm just saying, this is one of those times where I'm like, this is how you ended up in a cult.
Mm-hmm. But look, he's so cute, but he also is basically directly responsible for everything bad that happens in Arcane, because he just is the oldest one there. And he's just, everything that's bad that's happened has happened under his watch, and for that reason, he should go on the naughty. Yeah. Despite how cute he is.
I was already putting.
Yeah,
I was. List,
he looks tell. Like so cute. He looks like a like. Oh my God, he looks so like cute. He looks like he's having like he has an underground like fight ring. You know what I mean?
He's like 1.5 feet tall. Oh my God, I love him. He is so cute. But he goes on the naughty list.
You sound like someone who would be like held hostage by Oompa Loompas.
But look how cute he is. I know he's evil and he does deserve to be on the naughty list. I'm not saying he deserves to be on the nice list. I'm just saying he is adorable.
Okay.
I love Mel and Mel's mom. Heimerdinger is not black. He is absolutely white-coded.
Yeah, he called me a slur, I can tell. Next. Speaking of people who called me a slur behind my back. Karen from Doom Patrol. Specifically the Karen persona.
Yeah. So this is one of Jane's personalities. Her name is Karen. Her her power is that she can just like mind control people. But she doesn't just mind control anyone. She mind controls specifically this one guy named Doug. Because she has this obsession with rom-coms and she just wants to live out her rom-com dream. Which I get it. That's a thing that she likes to do. Doug is a white man.
Yeah.
But you're insane. Like everyone inside of Jane's body, or I guess Kay's body, understands that Karen is the most insane, unhinged one of them. And look at her in her wedding dress that she forced Doug to be her groom. Yeah. And first everyone in that house to basically be okay with the fact that she was taking this man hostage and marrying him. I think, you know what? I do like her pursuits of like as like a hopeless romantic. However, you can't just be kidnapping random people whenever you feel like it, Karen. Naughty list.
No arguments here.
Karen. Yeah.
Yeah. It's speaking of Doom Patrol though. I just am really curious because most of these that I have known, I'm like, oh, this is very clear where they belong. Yeah. Where does Animal, Vegetable, Mineral Man? What's your argument here? Is it pro or con? I cannot tell, and I'd love to hear it.
So, Animal, Vegetable, Mineral Man is just this guy. His original name was, I think, Steven.
Sure.
And he just wanted to have superpowers, so he goes to this place and gets superpowers, and he's completely fine with the fact that he
totally
has
ex-Nazis though.
Oh yeah, they were totally ex-Nazis, and actually, I would say they're more
current
Nazis. Yeah,
active.
True.
But he just now has a velociraptor on his shoulder, celery on his right hand, and just has the body of stone. He's just a guy that looks like this now, and he's completely fine with that. He did try to rob a store, as if they wouldn't be able to tell that it is him, even though he had a bag over his head. I don't know how they could tell. It's not like he's very distinct or anything. I don't know if he also has a dino penis. I don't know.
a what? A dino penis?
Penis. I don't know. But the fact that he was so okay with them being Nazis definitely puts him on the naughty list. He was not as alarmed by the presentation with them like proudly proclaiming that they were in fact fighting for that team.
Enraptured by that presentation.
He was completely okay with that. Like he was just like, "Oh, that was a great presentation." Like you should have been shook by that, like even a little bit. Yeah. So for that reason alone, naughty list.
No arguments here again. Next is Bernard from the Santa Claus.
So Bernard. For whatever reason, was a lot of people's sexual awakening. I don't understand that. I don't get it.
Interesting.
But you were really mean. I did not like you as a kid. So for that reason, I want to put him on the naughty list. Does anyone have any thoughts on Bernard?
I liked Bernard. He's the one who got things done. I just as a kid really felt for like the fun sucker character TM because they were the ones who were like reacting normally to weird shit happening.
I think he could have had a better personality, especially for like your job being Christmas cheer. He was a real downer.
Wait, Hi-Ho, what'd you pick?
Oh.
I said naughty list.
I said nice, so you're the deal breaker.
Oh, for the love of fuck. Can he be our first true neutral? He's just there.
Well, Chad is saying that he belongs on the naughty list, so.
Damn, okay, then naughty then.
Damn. Okay. Next is, I want to say, also from Arcane? Maybe? I don't know. Jace? What is Jace from?
Jace is also from Arcane.
Okay, cool. I got that
Jace
right.
has one brain cell.
He looks
and
evil.
thinks he's genuinely at a disadvantage because his family sells hammers. And thinks that's like he really had to work his way to the top. I get you are a great mind, science and all. He is Mel's love interest. I think she could have done better. I do think that. But also the fact that he was like, we have to help people. And then he realized that helping people is actually really hard. Then he decided, I'm actually only going to help rich people that are like not as rich as I am, but definitely still richer than the poor. And for that, I absolutely fucking hate him. Naughty list.
Yeah, I could just tell naughty list based on the vibes. They're atrocious.
Yeah, the vibes are atrocious. It's giving Hunger Games.
Yeah,
but like
sure.
TJ Maxx version.
Next we have this bitch. Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Naughty list.
I would like to just say Dr. Stephen Strange is literally just Tony Stark if he had superpowers. And for that, naughty list.
Awful. Hate him. Easy. Last, I feel like we don't even need to debate. Wanda Maximoff.
Nice list.
Nice list. She's done nothing wrong in her life ever.
Like, never. I understand, like, she did take a town hostage. I mean, like...
They were fine.
Stuff happens.
Also, to be fair, that town was decrepit.
It was a sad place to live before she got there, obviously.
Yeah.
And then they got to experience, like, several different decades with no racism.
No racism.
And it was just good vibes. And everyone had a great time. I had a great time.
Yeah.
Everyone got to live their dream. So.
Exactly.
And I mean, like, I love a woman that loves TV. And obviously, Wanda and I have a lot of shared interests. I think she deserves to be on the nice list.
Yeah.
Agreed. And that brings us to our very last entry, none other than Momo herself. Do you want to make an argument for yourself, Momo?
No, I think me as a person kind of just like speaks for itself.
So naughty.
Hey.
You can come hang with us at the nice list.
That's me.
I feel like that was like predestined because there's no more room on the naughty list.
Yeah.
There's a one spot open for me.
Amazing. And that's all the stuff we have. Too yellow. Only criticism of Momo is that one picture has too much yellow in it.
I mean, it was like a vibes place. It was like a place where you spoke pictures, and I liked it, so I used that picture.
Yeah. Okay, that's all of the characters we got.
Mm-hmm.
This was super, super fun. What do we have coming up next week? Next week, I believe we have another roundup. Oh no, next week is Christmas. It's Christmas. So we won't be active next week. But we will see you the following week. And that following week we'll have TV Tournament All-Stars, where all of the top 4 of the previous TV tournaments will return for the ultimate battle. I hope you are there for that. And if you're not, I mean, like, you can always watch the playback on YouTube.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, we will see...
Julia would be nice, yes.
We will see you all when we see you all again. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.